What's up, Internet? I'm Tashi, and welcome back to my channel. So I don't think it's any secret that I like Gordon Ramsay. I enjoy this man yelling at people because, like, I love that pure chaotic energy. So, I just, I just want to sit here and talk about this episode that I recently watched. There's more wild episodes, and I definitely want to talk about more episodes, but like this is just the first one that we're going to talk about. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the show that I'm going to be talking about is Kitchen Nightmares. The episode of Kitchen Nightmares that I'm going to be talking about is season 1, episode 6. It's Sebastian's.
How's everything going? I've owned the restaurant for a little over 2 years. I can cook anything. Aye, that's a sandwich. And my mother's been teaching me since I could walk, so I guess that's my formal training. My ability is endless. Put it in front of me and I'll make the dish for you. I'll eat it myself.
The difference between what he says and his actual skill level is, as y'all will see quite soon, impeccable. Like, it's chef's kiss, beautiful. It's wild to me because he stays like that. He stays like that for a good long while, and honestly, shout out to his staff, because he be talking to his staff actually crazy, bro.
It's overwhelming.
I've created a unique menu that nobody else has.
We have 23 gourmet flavor combinations.
There's 21 gourmet flavor combinations.
There's 20 gourmet flavor combinations.
Wait. Pick a flavor combination, and then you add to beef, chicken, portobello mushroom, or steak. Shrimp.
So I think people oftentimes get confused with the difference between unique versus good. So those two things are not mutually exclusive. Those two things are not, just because one is true does not mean the other is true.
Something going over there? I'd say 90% of the time we are losing money.
Maybe your menu being as unique as it is isn't the way. Maybe you should try to do something different, or cook your food differently at least. Maybe continuing to do the exact same thing the exact same way when you said that 90% of the time you're losing money. So the basic rundown of the restaurant's finances is that he is losing money. Like he said, he's losing 90% of the time he's losing money at that establishment. He said that he is in debt 300K. His wife is the one who made the initial payment of 300K to start the business, and she says that she's starting to become resentful of having given him the money. That's a basic rundown of his finances.
Sebastian?
Yes.
Yeah, Gordon, how are you?
Yes, Chef Gordon, how are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Working here with Chef Gordon Ramsay. It's like, as an actor, having Robert De Niro say, you know what, I'm gonna help you with this role. Man.
Let me take a seat.
So this is how it goes before Gordon starts to critique him. He's very excited. He's expecting Gordon to be like, "Oh, whoa! Why aren't people coming in here? This food is amazing. What is going on? I should just shout this place out, and that's gonna make people just sort of flock here, and they're gonna love this complicated menu because it's so unique and niche."
Love the variety. Would you like a walkthrough of our main concept of the menu?
Concept.
We have a concept, please. Over here is our main concept of the restaurant. What we have is 20 different combinations of marinades, toppings, and seasonings. What you do is you choose one and then you add it to either chicken, portobello mushroom, New York strip, or shrimp. Angus ribeye, prime cut, that's cut for Sebastian's. You can
Gordon looks at him like that the whole time that he's explaining. Gordon is just like, what is happening? But also, if you have to spend any extended period of time explaining your menu before people can order, maybe you should simplify it.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
God. I've never heard such a complex menu in my entire life.
Probably not.
That probably shouldn't be your response to somebody saying that they've never heard such a complex menu, because that isn't good for you to be confused when you're trying to order food.
Can I get you anything? No?
A sick bag.
He asked me for a sick bag, which didn't know what to say, so I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
He said that he wanted a puke bag.
Excellent.
I
Fantastic.
didn't know what to say, though.
You don't have to say anything.
Okay.
Just say yes, sir, and walk away.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
So, first things first, that server, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Bless her poor little heart. She did what she could. She was doing what she could. So Gordon tries his first dish, and you saw what his reaction was.
Okay, my pizzas soon will be in supermarkets.
What?
I would love to franchise this and have a Sebastian's all over the world.
Oh, my God.
Just think how that sounds. Sebastian's all over the world. That makes me excited.
You haven't got one right so far. How the can you...
So, obviously this man is delusional. Obviously he's just not thinking clearly. Gordon is having none of it. Gordon is like, dude, no, absolutely not. You don't even have one. How are you going to get multiple? Gordon gets frustrated and is like, I need some air. After Gordon leaves, he proceeds to do this.
I just won that one. I won that one. Woo! I won that one. I won that one. He was giving I gave it back to me and it was like, whatever.
Sebastian?
Yeah. Hello, chef.
I just want a little word.
Absolute sudden change in him. As soon as he heard Gordon, he was like, oh! Like a little kid in trouble. He knew what was about to happen to him. And Gordon did take off on him. He was like, you have won absolutely nothing. And then Gordon said a little bit more, and then he walked out of the restaurant again. And Sebastian was just like, woo! Yeah! So Gordon comes back for dinner service, and he's just sitting in the background. He's not really doing anything. He wants to see how they're operating so he can know what he has to fix. So they're in the middle of service, and Sebastian decides he wants to do this.
With the presence of a world-class chef in the house, Sebastian decides it's time to take over in an attempt to impress Chef Ramsey.
Vasily, Lou, pizza. Us three work here. Okay? Thank you very much. I got it, Lou.
I can do it. I can do it.
But I just moved Lou to another station where I thought she'd be more useful at that point, and I could kind of just regain things.
Yeah, so needless to say, he does not regain things.
I was really wanting to show Gordon that my ability is endless. There's nothing I can't cook. Put it in front of me, and I'll make it.
That's gone now. That's history.
But they taste better than they look.
But they taste better than they look. Brody, you are a restaurant. Your food has to look good, bro.
And to make matters worse, this pizzeria's most important cooking device is not the pizza ovens, but a microwave.
Order up!
So this is now like the second or third time that the announcer has said that the place is a pizzeria. And I'm just confused because Sebastian himself was like, no, we're not known for our pizzas. We're known for our concept. Like, our menu concept is what we're known for. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot to mention the microwaves. Yeah. What are you doing, bro? Why are you microwaving so much food? You're a restaurant. What is the point of, like...
How Sebastian's carelessness is affecting the customers.
A lady found a hair in her food, bro. She in the episode she says that she had it in her mouth and that her friend saw her pull it out.
Not the least of them being that the owner seems to be unconcerned.
You'll come back tomorrow, I'll be sitting on the same couch, curled up with a bottle of vodka, just going, talking to myself. How are you, chef?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay.
Chilling out with your buddies?
Yes, I am.
Brody's restaurant is folding inside. This restaurant is fumbling, bro.
It's cut the end off, squeeze it into the container, and send it.
A lot of stuff isn't homemade.
95% of the stuff is bought in.
Okay, I was gonna go with 80%.
And this is the most disgusting bought-in crap I've ever tasted in my entire life.
It's almost more important for me to let this go out at half its quality and go out and make sure that the guests are happy and meet the guests and talk to them.
That is the most asinine statement I have ever heard in my entire life about cooking ever. What?
Bloody busy night. What do we comp in terms of dollars?
Probably close to 300.
$300?
Yeah.
Gordon's face. Gordon was like, yo, what? You didn't even bring in 100! Dude! So, after that, Gordon is like, okay, there will be a new menu. Obviously that put Sebastian in his feelings. He was like, oh no. The next day, Sebastian came in still in his feelings, and Gordon was like, you know what? We need to be known for one thing, and that's the pizza, because they have 2 pizza ovens. And so Gordon brought 2 people in to teach them how to toss fresh pizza dough. After the lesson, Sebastian said this.
Okay, guys, let's go.
At this point in the game, one of 2 things has to happen. I have to accept what he says and go with it, or ask him to leave.
That is one of the most asinine things I have heard on this television show. That is at least top 5, one of the most insanely outrageous things to say on one of these shows. So Gordon got his team to do a remodel of the place. He redesigned the menu as well. And obviously he got rid of the whole mix and match thing. And Sebastian is still in his feelings about the new menu, so he was really quiet. Oh, and the reason that he's so resistant to the change of the new menu is because he's like, there's no uniqueness in this new menu. My old menu was so unique, nobody had ever seen that before. But that clearly means he didn't pay attention to what Gordon said, because Gordon was literally like, take away the intimidation, take away the confusion. So after Sebastian and Gordon continue to butt heads about the new menu, they eventually just move on, I guess. And they're about to open. They're doing, last minute prep work, and Sebastian just is still thinking about the new menu. So Gordon gives Sebastian a last minute pep talk, and then they go into dinner service, and as the customers are getting their food, they're like, wow, this is really good, blah blah blah, everyone's happy, excited about the new menu, blah blah. And Sebastian is just sitting there stewing. He's watching all of this happen, and he's like, nope, I'm upset. I want my old menu back. Even though it literally wasn't working, and this is working. He was like, we're gonna go back to the old menu. So he started selling things from the old menu. I don't know if when new people came in, they were giving them the old menu again, I would assume, since he wanted to go back to the old menu. But I just don't know why you would want to do that. Yeah, just in case you weren't paying attention, yes, that means that they went back to using frozen food that is microwaved instead of the fresh food that they were using that people were enjoying. And him switching back to the old menu, it messed all of their tickets up. So he completely fucked them over when he did this. Switching back to the old menu completely fucked them over entirely.
So we're serving the old menu now?
Yeah. I love the new menu, but the original concept of Sebastian's with the 20 flavor combinations, I'll never lose that.
No way are we serving the old menu, me. Looks like some dog's dinner.
So Gordon finally figured out that they were using the old menu, and you saw his response. I don't know if there's much else to say other than that.
Yes, we did.
And we made some really exciting changes. The menu's changed,
The staff have changed?
Yes.
Mate, there's one thing that hasn't changed in this establishment, and that's you, Sebastian. I'm 40 years of age, and I've gone to a lot of restaurants, but I've never, ever, ever, ever met someone I believe in as little as you.
So, I'm not gonna lie to you. That is one of the coldest things Gordon Ramsay has ever said on this show.
Useless.
You kidding me? Kidding me right now?
Oh my god.
So, I just want to remind you, as you saw, there's still people in this restaurant. There are still customers that are trying to be served, that are getting served very bad food.
Where are you?
Oh, here.
You come into my restaurant?
Yes.
I'm just so
Don't
disappointed.
You gonna calm
Okay?
down?
Stop
or shall I
pointing
get you
your
out of
finger at
there?
me.
You gonna
Are
calm
we gonna
down?
speak like men? You gonna
Wow.
speak to me like a man?
You didn't listen to what I
You know,
just... Am I supposed to be scared now, Sebastian?
come on, give me a break. I busted my ass in there. You tell me.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Let me
Are
just
you
tell
kidding
something.
me?
Let me just tell you
You
something.
ain't telling me nothing.
So, Gordon and Sebastian get into one last altercation, let's call it. And Gordon Gordon doesn't really get to say anything because it's mostly just Sebastian yelling at him. And he keeps running away from Gordon, and it's really funny because Gordon's like, you shouldn't run like that. So Sebastian has a coming to Jesus type moment where he's like, wow, maybe Gordon's right. Like, if you look at the numbers, I'm failing, so I can't give up. And he comes back, and while he was having his moment, Gordon was leading the kitchen. Once Sebastian comes back in, Gordon stops. Like, Gordon just sits back, and he's like, kind of just like waiting for him to do something. Sebastian finally, picks up the reins, and the night finishes out smoothly. That's Gordon's last night there, so he does a little goodbye speech. Gordon is just like, I don't really know if they're like, to their faces, he's like, wow, good job, but like, it is outro monologue. Gordon's like, I don't know if they'll really do it though. Yeah, so that was my video on Sebastian's on Kitchen Nightmares. And after doing a little bit of research, I found out that this episode was shot in February of 2007. It aired in November of 2007. And the restaurant closed in January of 2008. After the show ended, Sebastian went back to the old menu. That building became a different pizza restaurant, but they got poor reviews. And then they closed. And then now, what's there now is called The Red Door, and apparently the Yelp reviews are very positive. So I hope you guys liked that video. I hope you guys have a good rest of whatever's happening right now for you, and have a good time.